Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever 2. The timing is impeccable. There goes our express through its passing line. Great, wasn't it? Didn't plan that. So it is sunset today. In today's episode, I have got a new time of day mod. I will link that down in the description below if you're interested in switching your map up or your playthrough. It can be removed. Previously we had the morning mod. It does look great, doesn't it? We've got a slight orange tinge to the sun and the clouds are different as well. This looks lovely. It's a sunset. Beautiful. Long shadows again. I am torn. What's your favourite, guys? Because I'm torn between morning and sunset. The default one, not keen on that. It's too... I don't know. It doesn't look as realistic as these two we've tried. Between morning and sunset, though, sunset I like because the sun is gentle. The problem with the morning one is it's really in your face at times. But it looks good when it's not. So I don't know. But yeah, either way, they look good. They make for some great screenshots at the very least, providing you're facing the right direction. Now, what are we doing today? When we took our cab ride, we noticed Speets, where we're sat, with its new layout, is sprawling. It's heading towards Toon and Interlaken, both directions, and we haven't upgraded its bus line, or bus lines, for a long time. I can't remember when it was. We're probably going back tens of episodes. It would have been when we put the station in, I would imagine. So yes, that needs to be addressed. What else needs to be addressed? Financial issues. Not really an issue. It's just going to make it hard currently to expand. I've slowed the date down because I would like to get these issues resolved. If we keep unlocking vehicles and we struggle to upgrade our existing fleet, we're going to miss out on vehicles, or it's just going to overwhelm us. The date will progress. I'm sure you understand. It'll be better to take a look at them. I mean, we can fast forward, well, not fast forward the date, but we can let it go at its standard rate, which is pretty nippy. Once we're in a comfortable financial position, which is what it's going to be all about today. Right, UI. Let's pause it now. We can take a look at, before we change some things up for our coal and iron train. That needs fixing big time. As we saw previously, it's costing us a bit. I love these long shadows. Really nice. There's a lot of darkness in town, isn't there? Except this road here is great. Yes, anyway. Do these buses reach everywhere? They do, but it's a bit of a walk, isn't it? It's a bit of a walk. It does get all the way out here. I'm thinking at this point we can move this stop along to head up there, just to make it a little easier for people. It means we can add a stop here, one here. Where's the next one? Up there. So if we add one here, we could even take it right round, couldn't we? We might need to add more buses. I don't mind the buses losing money. Possibly here. Is that a small road? It is a small road. That's unfortunate. I don't know whether we can squeeze in a bigger road there. Should we try? While we have the cash. Oh, yeah. Do you know what? We can do that. Should we send it right round the back then? They'll rebuild those. They can fit these tiny little houses in. Tiny little houses? Normal size houses, probably. Yeah, and then we'll send this bus, which needs a bit of a refresh. Yeah, let's do it. Let's expand this line. Oh, yeah, before we do this, should we check the state of play for speed? Let's get these figures up. We don't look at them very often. Traffic conditions, emissions-wise, and, well, that's congestion. Good is apparently bad. It's minus 10% growth, which is more than covered by our destinations up here, and the fact that we're delivering construction materials. We're not delivering tools. That will change before the end of the series. Quality stations, very good. We don't have any congestion there, even though they're busy. The traffic is probably, we've only just fixed this up here, so that may get better. And emissions, we've seen our buses are looking a bit ropey, to say the very least. So we'll refresh those since we have a bit of money in the bank. However, before we do that, we will be improving, shall we say, our freight line to Italy. New stops, we're going to go all the way, aren't we? So that means one here. We'll keep them fairly close together. One there and one there. We do want clockwise, anti-clockwise. This will allow them to expand further if they wish, and we've already got the buses out here at the very edge of town. Which is why, towards the beginning of the series, I would put the buses on the outskirts, even though it doesn't make much sense. It allows for a bit of growth without having to babysit it all the time. This has left us okay. No, that's fairly good distance between the two. One there and one there. Going to get rid of these and these. I like doing it this way, as when we bring up the line, the shadows are great. Ooh, look at that reflection off the water there. Distracted. Right, details. We're going to manage line, so we want this one. Manage line, we should easily see the missing ones are 5 and 4 for this line. So that would be New Street and Manchester Road are no longer there. Instead, after, which way round are we going? Anti-clockwise one? That one? Yeah. No, that's the clockwise one. What are you saying, man? It's the clockwise one, yeah. 1, 2, 3. So then after 3, we're heading this way. Send that all the way around there. And then we should be good. That's a better line, isn't it? It's also passing the station and the harbour. And we intersect with this one, which can probably go out that way now. These two here. So that's that one done. And then we'll get the other one, which would be the one heading anti-clockwise. Number 3, manage line. We're going to get rid of the ones that no longer exist, which is 8 and 7. Get rid of you. And get rid of you. So we want to go from 6, which is Mill Lane. And then we'll head you round that way. And then we're good to go. Yeah, that wasn't too painful. It could have been worse. Right. And do we want to upgrade these first? No, because they don't make us the money. We'll do that if we've got enough money left over. Because over here, I would like to... Where's our freight? Are you close? Train 8's one of them. This is the one we're talking about, guys. Our coal and iron ore. If we go to the finances for this train, it looks like we make a big chunk. Which we do. However, you're going to have to add these running costs together and put this next to a line. It's not the most convenient of ways to do it. But as you can see, it's barely breaking even. It might be making a little bit of profit. So we need to improve that. One of the things we can do, which is an easy one, is add a few more wagons. It's long, but it does avoid our passenger network. Mostly. Most of the time. Should we add 4 more on there? We added 2 more last time. So let's go into details. What sort of power rating do we have? The power rating's fine. I'm thinking this is going to be a good thing. What sort of length are we looking at? I think it's a little over half a kilometre, right? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, let's do that. Manage vehicles. We don't want to do the one that's got goods on because I don't want to lose any money. We'll do that one once it's dropped off. But this one, we're going to go with 4 more on the end. So cargo, we put some FS on last time. And we'll go with some of these. SBB grey new. 1, 2. And then we'll add... I'm going to say a couple of... let's add 2 more FS on the back. 1, 2. There we go. We'll modify that. I think... Did we do Roscoe as well? He should be... Or did we not do this one? Did we not do... No, that's the same length, isn't it? Yeah, as that one was. But this one, I believe, has... It doesn't have goods. Right, we can do them both at the same time. Perfect. Right, we'll come back in here. It doesn't matter if we add the same or not. In fact, let's do something different. Let's add a couple of pink ones on the back. 1, 2. And then a couple of old grey ones. 1, 2. There we go. They even look different now. a little under 600 meters. The problem we have, if we go back into details, in fact, we can go to the line overview. 19-minute frequency. Isn't too bad. Isn't too bad. Look at the capacity of this line. But it could be improved. This was mentioned in the comments that we should have at least one freight line running under here. So we're going to do that today because I believe we've got the money to do this, and we'll send it back in here and just can keep this bridge as single, because then it's a little more realistic, as we wouldn't be adding a new bridge to or widening the bridge just yet, as we need to see whether it's going to be financially viable. I'm hoping to see this number really grow fast, and that will mean we can expand when we want and not have to worry about it too much for the end of the series, which is still a way away. Probably to the end of the year, something like that. I don't know. We'll see. We've got not many cities to connect up. So shall we try and do this? First thing we need to do, it's going to cost us an arm and a leg, is widen this. Do I want to make it 4 wide? Probably not. We do need to get rid of it though. I've tried upgrading it and changing the width, and it doesn't do it very good. So what we'll do is we're going to have to delete this. We'll get rid of that signal and put it back in a minute. This is no longer going in like that. This is going to run out and have its own dedicated freight line in one direction, which means in the other direction we're still going to go back to the mountain line. We should delete this back. It will cost us more. We will have to put the signals back in. We'll go into here. Number of tracks, 3. And is that facing the right way? We need to spin that around, don't we? There we go. Can you get under there? Collision with what exactly? Oh, with the bridge. Oh yeah, it's a little bit longer, isn't it? Can we make it shorter perhaps? Will that fix it? I don't know. Well, it does. Do we want it shorter? I mean, it doesn't matter, does it? That fits. 37,000. Get in there. Right, we've now got an entry with 3 tracks. We can do that again then, if we want to widen it to the maximum of 4 that we're self-imposing. Alright, tracks it is. And yes, catenary. What sort of speed do we get now? Is that 300? Just straight 300. And then do the same there. And here comes our new freight line, which is going to go all the way through. It's still going to cost us several million. Worth it? Don't know yet. We'll get to see, won't we? Once we've got this in and see what the new rate is. We're going to be sending our coal and iron train this way. We may eventually run it back the other way as well. Oh, will this work? Oh, you beautiful thing. Look at you go. I'm glad I didn't detail up this bridge tunnel entrance yet. I am gonna, but I'm always a little hesitant when I feel like the track isn't complete. So is this where we're going to branch off? Yes, it is. But we're going to need to get rid of that signal. What sort of speed is that? 113? Well, they can do 120. I would rather not hit that bridge. So if we come off here, can we keep it nice and quick? 148, I think that's acceptable. Because we want to keep that train moving. If the freight train gets here first, we want it to at least have a little bit of speed. So we're going to have a flashy signal here, probably this one, as the freight train is going to be joining the express line. We're going to delete this because we'll use our assets here. And we'll search for pot, which is oh dear, clicked off for some unknown reason. Potence. This one, V+1. And we can have it here. This is going to be the signal for the express for this junction. And then there's a closer signal. It gives the express a chance to reserve this block before the freight train. No paint tools, none of that. I don't know what you're clicking on. You want signals, and we're going to have just 2 of these. Make sure they're lined up. Bit of sun glare there. And you on there. Isn't that beautiful? There we go. I guess I could have had these one way, but I forgot to. Let's fix that now. You've clicked on the same one. Click on the other one. There we go. And this is going to be one way. Not that it could ever really be anything else. We're going to be missing a whole bunch of blocking signals. Now, if we do decide later on to take the stopping express on the slow line, what do we have? It's these, isn't it? Yeah, we can already have the signals in place. What I might do is... Oh, it's not those. It's not those. It's the British ones. British dwarf signals. These, yeah. Well, they kind of work for me. We're under a tunnel. There we go. Stick this on one way while you remember. Which you didn't, let's face it. I'll go and do more of that because it's just going to be the freight train running down there. We can do the odd one and then I'll go and faff around with them before the next episode. Make sure it's going the right way. There we go. We'll have another one just here. Because to start with, it's really awkward to see this. To start with, is that right? Is that facing the right way? Oh dear. Come on, get in there. To start with, we'll leave the stopping express doing exactly what it's doing. Right, we got rid of a couple of signals down here, didn't we? Which we do want to put back in. That way, and that way. And we got rid of a signal here as well, didn't we? Just about see it as we're coming through. Yeah. Did I put the right one in? I don't mind. Really, it got in there. I'm happy with it. So we don't need this shenanigans going on any longer. No. This can just be... Well, we can leave it like that. That one was there for a reason at some point in history. And so it's staying. In fact, we could have another intermediate signal. We'll leave it like that. Now, has it chosen to go that way itself? Probably not. The express and the stopping express go that way. So what we need to do is get our coal and iron freight train to head that way. Now, it was 19 minutes. This is going to be key. This changes to anything better than that. That's more profit. Because, well, it's going to be a bigger train, it's going to be more profit. But we'd need to head this way. We do kind of have it. It needs to be tidied up a little bit, doesn't it? Because we need to keep the speed up down here. We can afford it. Oh, 12 million. That cost us an arm and a leg. It's going to be close, guys. So this better be worth it. This is rolling the dice a little bit. Let's look at the speed. Needless slowing down. Just here. We could probably do that better. Which way are you going to be coming through? Here? We've got 120, then 70. We want this as the leading track and to go round. Right, let's tidy that up then. Is that the leading track? Ooh, don't bulldoze everything. Would be coming... Well, let's find out what track it is. We'll be coming down this track. Straight down here. So yes. Well, that bit's fine. Hopefully we can do it without breaking this section. Right, there we go. We want that to go all the way up there at a nice speed. Because we're laying new track, what I'm hoping is, yeah, we can get the high speed section in here. Just where we've upgraded it for now. And this one's going to be a bit tricky to get in now. Perhaps we can... Oh no, we can make it. There we go, that's fine. There, we've done some junction work there, and you can even see where we've added the new line to go under the tunnel. I guess you could say we definitely upgraded this one while we were doing it. Excellent. Right, that new section there is a freight bypass line into the tunnel. It should just continue on that way. Why are you going that way? We may have some waypoints. If we pick just what we can see here, get us the line there. Yes, we have a waypoint, don't we? Because it goes through opposing. So that will stop. It will actually share the express through here, but it's not very quick and we stop at Visp on the express. So we do have a chance to pass each other going both ways. Okay. Waypoint 16, if that's after the yard, which it is, get rid of that. It's suddenly moved it across, which is absolutely perfect. We do take this bypass line. However, I do feel like this could be tidied up. And perhaps a third line all the way down here as well. Probably to the tree line here before we turn into the sort of viaducty thing we've got going on. So we come in here maybe. I'll have to redecorate it. But we'll see how this works for now. I can't believe he's already decided to go past here and use the bypass line. That's fantastic. The AI is not too shabby, is it? We need to hit play and we need to figure out what the new rate for that line's going to be. It's not really going to be visible early on. This guy should take it now, possibly. Should be the first one across it. But if we go to line details, 14 minutes, guys. We just saved, what was it before? 19? 5 minutes? 5 minutes frequency. That's a lot. That's an awful lot. Let's see if this finance chart looks a little healthier by the time we're done then today. We'll let that play. It is going to be going via that new line as well. I mean, this section is slow. There are things we could do. If I was gaming it, this would look completely different, maybe. I do try and go realism over just straight up straight lines and dedicated lines for each route. I don't know. It's just the way I like to play it. It's the beauty of the game, isn't it? You can play it how you like. I'm hoping I'm sharing new ways to play Transport Fever. Breathe a bit of life in it if you're feeling it's you wanted to approach it differently. We've kind of gone for a middle ground of detailing, realism, recreation and gaming it, because we are playing with the economy on and it's nearly bit us a couple of times. I like this. It's not too long. It's not too long. It's acceptable freight length. In fact, it's not too long at all, is it? No. It gets a bit rough near Brig, but I mean, many a times, especially in the UK, I've seen long freight trains. Well, not super long, because they don't get too long in the UK compared to, say, something like the US, but you see them trundling through stations. We don't have the benefit of scheduling, but we can... Oh, you didn't take your new route. Fine, you do you. So, he won't count. He'd already changed his mind, or made his mind up, I should say. He didn't change his mind, and he's going that way. He's not supposed to. Should be coming this way. I keep saying he. He doesn't have a name, Train 8. We are going to do that. That'll be kind of the last thing we do. We'll name the remaining trains. Here comes Express Train. Speed you doing? 200 kilometers an hour. That's beautiful. You go. You're going to slow down at this junction. There are some tweaks we can do at the junctions. We're going to just do that over time. Get them running faster and smoother. What was the other thing I said I was going to do? Yes, this one. There is room here, isn't there? Because we kind of join in up here. There's room here to make this 4-track all the way. It's just so busy. We're condensed. We really are. Like shoved right in there, aren't we? There's not much room between Toon and Speeds. How's this new bus route doing? There are people waiting. That's all we need. Do we have the money then to upgrade these and help them out a little bit? We could stick them on to high maintenance. Maybe we'll do that. That's probably the more cost-effective way of doing it. And that should help with the emissions. I mean, the emissions change isn't much, but it is additive and it will just keep getting worse. If we go to the emissions layer, I'm sure it looks terrible. Emissions layer. Look at that. Lovely and red. Not good. Not good. All these are residents. They don't like it. Industry don't care. Commerce don't care. But considering we're having a bus route that goes through all these people, they are close to the railway. There's not much we can do about that. If they want to live there, they can live there. Let's manage the vehicles on these two lines. We want these two. Is that right? 3 and 4. And we're going to change the running cost to very high, just to get it back up here to very good and help with the pollution. It will take a while, but they will be nice and clean. We have these as well. And we do need to extend that, don't we? Down this way. We do have the money for it. Perhaps we can do that today. Shall we? I mean, we've got to keep this running like clockwork. Wow, look at what that's done here, guys. That's all we did. Change it to a bridge from a crossing. A 4-lane bridge. They should be, as he moves across. I hope they fix this at some point, where they flip over like that and it's more gradual. But yeah, isn't that pleasant to see? We fixed it just like that. We didn't have to do anything like adding second roads. Just nice and tidy. We have entry both ways here. What I'm thinking we can do though is have another point of entry across here. Like this can go around the back there. This road will then be kind of a bypass. And I'm sort of willing to accept that. Whether the residents are, I don't know. But I am, and that's what matters. Okay, what was I doing? You got distracted. I wasn't expecting to see this. It's lovely. It's lovely to see. What are you building like that for? What are you building like that for? What are you building over there? You're ruining my roads, game. Stop it. Right, I know how to fix that. Let's pause this a second. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. I don't know what you're trying to do here, but you're ruining it. This would have been fine, just left alone. This needs to be upgraded, though. I will say that. It's a bit of a good episode as far as finances are concerned today. That's what I'm running with. I feel like we're going to make a fortune. Right, let's lock these roads. It's the cars, isn't it? Yeah. Let's lock these so you don't do silly roads off my roads. They are my roads now. We do have to pay for these when you do this. When you unlock them, they belong to the city. But yeah, that would be fine. That would be fine. This is fine. I'm glad that you didn't put traffic lights there. That should be fine now. I'm going to lock this one as well. There we go. That section there will no longer be touched by the AI. They won't branch onto it or anything. We could have a little slip road coming up there. I don't know yet. We'll figure it out, guys. Anyway, bus route 1 and 2. Now, given how this is laid out now, perhaps we can scoot up there and around like this and back in to where it's going. We do have some big buildings up here. I'd rather avoid the freight drop-off there. We're going to have to check on the state of play there as well. Yeah, let's do it like that then. We're going to get the 1 first. Currently, we're going to keep this. That's going to happen. Ooh, if we do it here, we might be able to avoid... I know it's a bit close to that one, but we can avoid stopping where the freight is and have it early on that junction. Yes, that's where we're doing it. So let's draw out our new stops. They're currently there. We said we're going to stop here and here and then... And that means we can probably have one at the other end here. No, we cannot. But it is a little bit close to that one. So here and here instead. We don't mind these buses travelling a bit. We could even upgrade them later on. How close are we now? Okay, I think we can add one there and one there. One on this corner. Perhaps up here, actually. One there and one there. And we'll call that a good one, I think. Right, let's get our lines. After which way round? The light blue one is the anti-clockwise one. So, new station after Mill Road. You are going there. And you should be stopping there anyway, which you are. Then we want the number 2. You're going to be heading 4. So this goes 4 and 5. It's going clockwise. So after 4, you want to be first going that way, right? Yes. Then there. Did I add this one? Let's just double check. 1 and 2. Perfect. So that's the new layout for our bus services. We cover everything. We have 2 intersecting sort of circle routes, although this one, the way it's kind of skinny, it's more of a exaggerated line, a chubby line, because it's really close together. It's like a block apart. This one's more of a circular, isn't it? Yeah, I like it. I think that will cover all of our bases. We'll see how it does. Let's hit play. Is that going to pay off for us? We'll get to see. On the money. Are we on the money? I hope so. We can take... Well, we haven't been playing it long, but we can see how this goes. Do we want to upgrade these buses now? I guess we can see later on. We definitely want to stick them on high maintenance, and I will not forget. I probably will forget. Just manage vehicles for the 1 and the 2 in speeds. There we go. I mean, they're called commerce loop, but that's not really what they're called. Did I have a vehicle selected? Probably. I might have to fix that. Let's go and check. We'll apply all those. Let's go and check on these 2. I don't think they were correctly selected. It's 3 and 4. It'd be easier if you can just see what you can see. 3 and 4. No, it looks like they're doing it. Let's just double check anyway. We'll stick that up and apply. Just to doubly make sure. It looks like they're getting cleaner. They're being maintained at a very high level. Number 3. Speeds Statio. These are getting clean now. That's nice to see. They needed it, didn't they? That should take down the emissions slightly. We could... Do you know, we could give the mountain railway a bit of a spruce up if we start making money on our big coal and iron ore line. Now, I know some of you may have been thinking, why didn't you just add a 3rd train on? Well, we weren't making money. It would have just compounded the issue, wouldn't it? If we were losing money, we'd have lost more by adding another train on. It's not going to magically get more profitable. Do you know, I don't know how far behind this stops. This is something, it's very min-maxy what I'm doing right now. We have the other coal train coming down here. The next thing I would like to do when we can afford it is this, not that one. The 2 iron trains when we come back. If this coal and iron route is successful and we start making big money, it's time to put a new consist and a possible... Oh, that looked lovely. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Yeah, it's put a new... probably a single train and match the same rate as what we've got our 2 older trains doing. Because we are always running out of iron here. There we go. Always have the coal. Rarely do we have the iron. You're upgrading, are you? Or you have. You've fully upgraded. So something's happened. I don't think it's the frequency of the iron and coal train. But that's beautiful to see, isn't it? Where is our coal train? We've got 2 coal trains. They have to do this this route here. Here he comes. These can be upgraded as well once we're satisfied that we're making enough money. We might even be able to consolidate these into a single train. I don't think so though, because it's just the nature of this route. We could either go a little bit cheaty and gamey and plough straight through the hill, or keep it how it is. I sort of like the scenic railway in the background. It's sort of keeping out the way, and it just hugs the terrain, doesn't it? And then makes its way up, and then over here does the little spirally thing, just for the sake of doing a spirally thing. You are loading, so that's lovely to see. So that's costing us quite a bit less while you're sat there. But if we can consolidate, I will certainly think about it. And perhaps have a play around with it before one of the episodes where we go to do it. So it'll be goodbye to our crocodiles. I guess the logging trains would be another one to think about upgrading. How's our money? Dire. But I think that is because our trains are not through yet. What's going on here? There goes our express. 207. Well, do you know what we're not seeing? How quickly is this going through? Because we've made a few changes. It depends whether we were stuck behind a train or not. It was about 240 we managed last time, and we're going to have to end it. Look at the time. Goodness me. I get carried away with that. I'm not sure how it is for you to watch me twiddle with numbers, but when I'm doing it, through my own playthroughs, which I don't do anymore. It's always with you guys. But when I used to do it on my own playthroughs, I'd sit there for hours just watching trains go backwards and forwards while I monitor the money. Oh, look at that. We pass under the tunnel. What did we get to? I didn't see. Was it like 250? We've probably got to tweak a few things down here. I don't mind it slowing down. I really don't. We're coming into a station. You don't want to be hurtling into the station. That's just ridiculous. Anyway, yes. We'll get off this. We might even get on board. I don't know. Maybe we'll go up in the mountains. We haven't been up there. There goes our new... Nope. That is the goods train. So where's our freight trains? Our coal and iron trains. Are you on the way back to make us some money? There's something coming through the tunnel here. Train 9. That's our express train. Oh, those have got busy. Raymond's going up through the hills. Why are you so busy? Have we got an influx of people again? Kind of. How is... Before we go, how is things at the airport? I mean, this is just making us money, isn't it? This is our money earner. Oh, you've got a bit bunched up there. I'm not sure how that happened. Oh no, you're landing. This is perfect, isn't it? This is exactly what we want to see. You're landing. You're going to go and pick up passengers. You're taking some more money across into Italy. Yes, their money. If we go to this and go finances, oh, it's lovely. It's fairly consistent as well. These dips are depending on how long, I guess, they're sitting at the airports, as it's cheaper maintenance. As long as the rates are the same. Yeah, this is the train we're gonna do something about. We may extend the station a little bit. It all depends on when we come back, really. We'll check on the state of play. Oh yes, here we go. This is what I want to check on. This signal isn't quite in the right place. I might get it to udge up because it's not going to really block anything by udging up. So maybe just before the viaduct, we'll have a short signal for both. Just for looks, why not? In fact, we'll do that same thing, won't we? Assets. And we'll do POT, V1+1. We'll have another one here. And we'll put a short signal for both of them on here. Right, let's make sure it lines up so it doesn't look silly. And that it's facing the correct direction. Beautiful. This one doesn't really matter. It's all about the looks. Oh, I put the wrong one on. I should have put the Fs on. Oh no, those work. With the Fs being the final one. That kind of works. I'll take it. It just allows our coal and iron trains to udge up a bit, as well as the coal train if it's stuck behind the iron trains. We'll see how long they are. Where are they exactly? I don't know. It does take a long time to come from Italy all the way over here, which is fairly realistic, especially when you've got to wiggle your way through the mountains, because we're currently keeping them off of the express lines. We do have at least a slow line through the tunnel for them. Goodness me, where are you? There goes our express. There's Heidi. Are you only just going back? No, that's another express. Maybe you've got lost. No, you're just loading. There we go, he's loading up. Perfect. 320 times 2, 640. Lovely. They're going to be carrying a lot, aren't they? Should we get on board this to end it? I think so, if the camera looks okay, which it does. Guys, that's been a busy one. A lot of financial shenanigans were had. I think we're in a good place though. I really do. We'll see when we come back. By the time the intro's finished on the next episode, we'll have a good idea, because this will be on the way to drop off its first load. And it will be coming back quicker. That's where we're going to gain our 5 minutes. It might even be better than that. I'm hoping it will be. Maybe we can squeeze 6.5 minutes out of it. If we hover over the number when we come back, we can see the exact second. Enjoyed that one, guys. I'll enjoy it more if we're actually making money. But we've extended the coverage of public transport for our big city now. speeds. I think it's probably the biggest. We'll take a look at some of the population figures, shall we, of our cities. See how things are doing. We can't really tell because Toon has sort of suburbs going on. We'd have to add those together. But it'll be a fun little look, wouldn't it? See how big some of our cities, what the biggest one is. What do you think the biggest is? Speeds? Is what my money's probably on, although Domo's quite big. We'll find out. Next time out. All that rhymed. Alright guys, until next time, take care.